Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Toya T, and I'm in my car. I'm actually just coming from my first ever Lyft meeting. I usually don't go to meetups because I don't drive full time and I don't live in the city. So driving in for a meetup just doesn't make any sense, especially since I don't do it all the time. But anyway, regardless of what I'm all saying, they called in the Boston drivers in today to announce that starting tomorrow we will be having Lyft Line. So it's kind of cool. I had seen it in New York and didn't know if they were ever going to get it here in Boston, and it's only been launched I think in 5 other cities. This is the second city on the East Coast. New York is the other one, and that's where I first experienced Lyft Line. Didn't end up using it because I did have my car with me and I just ended up driving to my destination. But it was nice to see that they have an option. So for those who don't know what Lyft Line is, and this is what I got I actually got 2, so I might actually give it away to the first person in my Lyft Line when I go into driver mode tomorrow evening. Not in the morning, because I got a job that I got to get to that pays me. But the Lyft Line, what it is that it is the ultimate ride sharing. So this is carpooling this is carpooling mixed up together with Lyft, with ride sharing. So this is where you actually have the option to pay less than a typical classic Lyft line to share a ride with a stranger. So say that you just want to go to the grocery store sometime between 1 and 2 o'clock, and you're not really in a big rush. You're not trying to get to work, you're not trying to get to a party, you're not trying to get anywhere super fast, you're not trying to get to the airport or anything. You just need a ride, and you don't mind splitting the cost with someone else. So that's what it means. For the drivers, it's pretty great because we end up having longer rides. And I already had a discussion about whether longer or shorter rides are better. I only like shorter rides when I have guaranteed hours. But on typical, if I don't have anything to do and it's not too bad, longer rides work out well. I get the long ride in, I get the fare, and then I go home. And it cuts down the amount of time that I'm actually spending doing Lyft. So for this is what it is. So you can end up having up to 4 people in your car, or sharing a ride with 3 other people. You could also bring a friend. So say that you and your friend are going out to the club a Saturday night or something, and you're not in a rush, you're just trying to get there by 11:30, and then you request to use Lyft Line, and you notice that it's about 20% less, depending on where you are. So they actually have, I'm going in circles here, but they told us that they actually have hot zones for Lyft Line. So if you're within the hot zones, it's like Cambridge, Allston, Brighton, South End, South Boston, downtown Boston. If you're in those areas and you get picked up in one of those areas and your destination is within those areas, you only pay the max of $7. $7 because you decided that you're going to share a ride. And sometimes you might end up, especially at the beginning, that you might not end up with someone else in the car with you, and you're still paying $7. Now the driver's not getting paid $7. We're getting paid more, the actual cost of it, but for the passengers, this is a chance for them to pay less and get to their destinations and meet new people. So it's a great alternative. Obviously, it's not for everyone. I don't know if I would personally use it unless I had nowhere to go, but I drive, so it's like, whatever. But it's a great idea if you really just, as I said, you and your girlfriend want to go to the club, and then, John wants to go to the club too, and you don't know John, you pick up John, and then you end up going to 2 different destinations, but you all have cut the cost of the ride by sharing the ride together. So I think it's absolutely great. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow it's launching. So if you're seeing this, it's probably already Thursday. So October 1st, Lyft Line is launching in Boston. It should be super exciting. I'm super excited because they still have guaranteed hours and Lyft Line, which means there should be a lot more, and there has been a lot more ride requests, but every time I get myself into driver mode, I end up making more money than the guaranteed hours. And tomorrow, October 1st, from 5 p.m. to 3 a.m., they're giving out $40 an hour in guaranteed hours. So your girl's gonna be on the road. I have a new phone and a new laptop that I need to pay for, and this is perfect. And it'd be nice to kind of check out how Lyft Line is. I think also for the driver, it makes it a little bit easier because you're not really super forced to be extremely social. Like sometimes I talk to people who want to talk to me, as I said before. I've said earlier in other videos, but for others that are in the car, it kind of works out well. I always have these nightmares that I'm trying to be social with someone and then I miss a turn because I'm trying to like watch my GPS, watch the road, and talk to them, and like be an actual like sociable person, like, oh, let me look at you in your face. But so this is great that if you get to meet new people. People might be meeting their new husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, or sex buddy or whoever it is in a Lyft line. So we'll see how well it works. I only drive during the daytime hours, so it'll be interesting. I probably wasn't going to get a whole much more over the weekends, especially since most people don't really have like places to go quickly. I'm sure a lot of people will be checking it out, especially those who have used it in other cities and like it and want to use it here. But the one downside for us, and I guess it's been a downside for others that had the other cities that introduced Lyft Line, is that the drivers really are, and it's the same thing for regular Lyft, but the drivers really are teaching the passengers about the new system. So in this new system, even if you got picked up first, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get dropped off first, because the Lyft app now tells the drivers which ways are the most distant efficient. So if you need to be dropped off way further than passenger 2, and you were picked up first as passenger A, you might have to get a nice little detour of Boston as we drop off passenger 2 on the way to your destination. And at any time during that ride, as long as there's not 4 people already in the car, the driver can get a Lyft request and end up having to make a short detour. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple people that won't understand it, see that it's cheaper prices and try it out, and then get snippy or upset about having to take a detour. And I think whatever, it's fine. Hopefully I won't have too much of it. I get people asking me questions about this and this and that, and I always tell them you can always send your complaints and questions to Lyft headquarters. You can email them and they'll answer and deal with everything on the financial and question and complaint site. But for me personally, this is where it ends. I drop you off and that's it. I don't hand back money. I don't, I answer questions to the best of my ability, but everything else really goes to headquarters. And so it should be interesting how it works out. I'll let you guys know how my first Lyft line goes. And I usually don't give things out, but I think my first few passengers, my first Lyft Line passenger will end up getting a nice pink mustache tomorrow, and I have 2 of them. I should have taken a whole bunch and just given it to the first car of people, since I usually don't like these kind of things. So it's cute. This is plush, so I might want to keep it for myself, but we'll see. But definitely the first passenger is definitely going to come off with a nice little pink plush mustache. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you're a driver in a city that doesn't have Lyft Line, let me know what you think about it and if it would work in your city. For those who are passengers or just interested, hit me up. Let's talk, let's dialogue. I always answer questions. I try to do it within 24 hours of you posting. And have a good night, everyone. I'm on my way home, and we'll see how much moolah I can make tomorrow. So see you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Share it with anyone that is interested in learning about ride shares. And don't forget to check out, if you like me and you like my personality, don't forget to check out my new blog, figureoutyourlife.blogspot. So talk about a whole bunch of stuff that I notice, and life as a 30-year-old and PhD and all Lyft driver in Boston. So anyway, I'm still rambling. See you guys later. Bye-bye.